Welcome to Crack Pack. My name is Andrew. Today we're cracking open March of the Machine. Let's get cracking. Our first card today is an Incubator token, which transforms into a Phyrexian token. Our land is a Plains. We have a Showcase Obosh the Prey Piercer for our Multiversal Legends, which Obosh is a 3/5 legendary creature for 3 and a hybrid Rakdos. It has Companion. Your starting deck contains only cards with odd mana values and land cards. Then you can pay 3 mana to add this creature to your hand from outside the game. And then it also says, if a source you control with an odd mana value would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. Okay, so really wanting odd mana values. I mean, it's okay. The art is amazing. I love the artwork for this, but I don't really care for companions, and this one doesn't really seem to be doing enough to make me really care. Sure, it's doubling damage for odd mana values. That's awesome. That's shock, dealing 4 damage instead of 2. Love that. But I don't love it enough to really care to want to build an odd mana value only deck. Or, I mean, I might, like, if I do build a Rakdos burn deck, I might try to slip this in somehow. I find a way to include this. Just wouldn't be a companion, and then have hopefully more than a few odd mana value burn spells. It's not something I'm going to rush to include, but it is a cool card. Like, especially just for the artwork. I really like it. But I'm not a huge fan of companions, and that's really where this would probably be best, is having a deck built around odd mana value cards, so you can bring this in from outside of the game and then throw it in and start dealing double damage to everything, or with everything. But I think for me, at most, it's going to be something that I just try to include in a Rakdos burn deck. But what about you? Have you used Obosh the Prey Piercer? Let me know in the comments below. Our battle is Invasion of Zendikar, which can be recast as Awakened Skyclave. Then we have Nezumi Freewheeler, which transforms into Hideous Fleshwheeler. Then we have Baral and Kari Zev, which for 1 a blue and a red is a 2/4 legendary creature with first strike and menace. And whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create First Mate Ragavan, a legendary 2/1 red monkey pirate creature token. It gains haste until end of turn. Alright, first strike and menace. That is great. It's hitting first, and it's tough to block. And you can cheat out an extra instant or sorcery spell each turn, as long as you have another one that has less mana, or has a lower mana value in your hand. And if you don't, you can create a legendary 2/1 red monkey. Who doesn't love Ragavan? I mean, this is really, really awesome for a spell slinger deck, or a spell copying, or a storm deck, where you're just trying to get as many spells cast as possible. This is giving you a way to cheat out extra spells that you can be copying or just racking up the storm count with. Outside of that, I mean, it's a decent creature. 3 mana for a 2/4 first striker with menace is pretty good too. But this is, I'd probably never be attacking with this. This would probably just be there for its ability to cheat out an extra instant or sorcery every turn. And if you do it right, those could be on your opponent's turns as well. You need to have a lot of 1-drops and like 2 or 3 drops to really reliably make it work, and they all need to cantrip. But I mean, it's certainly doable in Izzet colors. Next we have Completed Huntmaster, Tangled Skyline, Moment of Truth, Swordsworn Cavalier, Alabaster Host Intercessor, Serpent Blade Assailant, Meeting of Minds, Flitting Gorilla, Ral's Reinforcements, and Etched Host Doombringer to round out the pack. And today's Pack 1 Pick 1 is going to be Invasion of Zendikar. 1, it's going to get you 2 extra basics onto the battlefield as soon as you cast it. So it's giving you a Cultivate, basically. Sure, it's Cultivate for 4, but then it's only a 3... let's see, what do you even call it? 3 strength battle. So it's going to be kind of easy to defeat. And then the Awakened Skyclave is a vigilant, hasty land creature that can tap for a mana of any color, and it's a 4/4. So you're getting a battle that gives you 2 lands, and then when it is defeated, gives you a mana dork, essentially. So it's giving you a lot of ramp very easily and leaving you very open for where you want to continue to draft. I could see an argument for Beryl and Kari Zev, but they are very, very one-minded on what you want to draft for, and for pick 1, I like staying a little bit more open, so that's why my pick is Invasion of Zendikar. But what's your pick 1? Let me know in the comments below. But that's all for today. Thank you for cracking along with me. Be sure to check back tomorrow to crack open another pack.